I'm 1 minute late. Shh. Good morning. How are you doing? Good so far. That's good to hear. Where's my phone? On the thing already. How convenient. You're betting on Channel Point win again. That's a little bold after yesterday. Man, I'm not gonna lie, I kinda wanna play ATS instead of Gemcraft. Been playing a lot of Gemcraft. Chat. I might switch category. Speaking of Gemcraft, actually, they're about to release the Legacy Collection, which is Gemcraft just as it was on, like, Flash. I really hope it's not just boxed Flash. Oh, wow. I actually don't even know what some of these abilities do. I don't even recognize some of these old things. But yeah, let's play Gemcraft Chapter 01 and Lost Chapter, I think. The ones. Them. And one of the gifs on the page, guy's getting absolutely pounded by a shadow. I wonder how much this game is gonna release. Yeah. I feel like $10 would be rough, considering I think it's still gonna be like the old ones. It doesn't look all that good. Don't forget emoji, new emoji month. Oh, that's why it says emo vote later in the title bar. I'm just gonna end up forgetting to do it an hour in, like I said I would do on Discord. It's funny. The time to the stream had been upon me, 7 minutes left, and I look over and my relay computer is unplugged, not plugged into the power, not plugged into the network. I'm like, fuck. I've been cleaning my room and actually doing some of the wiring over. I finally have achieved my dream of putting overhead wiring. And by that, I mean I stood on a stool and put some wired, like, anchor points on the wall. What's the good name for the Trekkin? Trekkin compounds. All right. The YouTube chat is going to be so confused. Joke's on you. There is none. Trekkin compound. I'm gonna get banned on one of these platforms for saying that. American Truck Simulator. ATS. Nope, not ASMR. That's one of the redeems. American Truck Simulator. Did I mention that ASMR is one of the subathon incentives? It is. It is one of the incentives. I will make an ASMR video and publish it on YouTube. I have none of the equipment. I don't even know what I would record. Not a fucking clue. But it would be really funny. Hopefully it'd be funny. Ah, yes. I'm still yellow. Let's reset the hue shift. Oh, speaking of, I'm not the same model as I was before. It's the same color, but I'm not the sheep model. The Xer. Xer or Udon? Only time will tell. Okay, let's get ats running. But yeah, I've had a pretty good day today as well. I don't know when I woke up, but I do know that I got a lot of the medical appointments scheduled, which is good. I'm trying to do a speed run of medicine before I run out of insurance. Because in 2 months I'm uninsured, and I'm probably not going to change that for a while. The fuck is the button I pressed? It's this one. Oh, OBS isn't running. That's okay. Stream started without issues. I mean, this is technically slightly an issue, but I mean, we just need OBS to do the thing. See, and now it's not an issue. Who had any doubts? Hope you're not diabetic. If I am, it's Jover. I say that in jest, but legitimately, if I have to buy insulin, it's probably just Jover. There's no way. Damn, nobody's shipping from Kayenta. Alright, we'll just warp to Prim. I can't warp to Prim, I have to go to Las Vegas. Brother. I have 21% damage. Those are rookie numbers. I'm also about to eep. There's not even a service in here. I'm just gonna warp. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, really? My wife is diabetic and there's been times she has had to go without? Don't you just, like, die? Isn't that, like, the whole reason you need insulin? Because you die otherwise? But that was, like, the only way to regulate it. I am holding right and not getting any spin out of it. $10K is nothing. I have to check the cargo market again because I had to warp. So all of the shit I was about to go to is probably gone. Indio. Wow, the prices got worse. I think we can warp to Indio. You can manage without, it's just better to have. Ah, I see. I thought it was a requirement. It's funny, it's been actually so long since I've gone in for a primary care visit. I'm at danger of losing my primary care physician. We haven't met in like 2 years. And apparently after 3 years you just stop having a doctor. Yeah, I mean, I've had a long time where I didn't have a doctor. I mean, really, the only reason I have a doctor in the first place is because I had another stint of hypochondria. The powerhouse of my fucking brain. I'm the kind of person who gets like a tension headache and is like, I'm dying. No, your brain just sometimes decides that life is pain. Funny, I was going down like the cause list for tension headaches and I was like, yeah. I meet like 7 of the criteria. But they're not too bad. I stopped taking pain relievers for it. Hypochondria, the powerhouse of your brain, that may or may not be good. I mean, no, it really is just bad. Because, you see, hypochondria has an agitating factor, and that's not having enough money to get diagnosed. Which means that there's no proof, there's no ability to have somebody tell you you're just freaking the fuck out. Can't afford them to tell you that. Which is worse. But, oh well. We'll live, probably. I'm talking to, or I'm going to go see my optometrist tomorrow. So that's going to be interesting. Gonna get a new prescription. I might buy glasses again. Mine kind of work, so I'll probably stick with them until I can't see out of them. Or if I like break them or something. But I get my glasses from like an online seller and they're not that expensive. So. I need to review these. So I recently switched glasses because the other one I have, the ones that I have that I was using are too small. Like they're horizontally not wide enough. So they're like, I have have you ever seen that one screenshot of Tyler 1 where they edit it so he has a giant fucking dent in his head? I have giant fucking dents in the side of my head where my glasses have been living. So I'm wearing different glasses that don't like press against my head at all. But I'm pretty sure that they don't have blue light blockers in them. So like I'm probably annihilating my eyes. I need to review what I put on them. I don't like going to the optometrist because they want you to show up every year so they can change your lenses, but not the frame to your glasses. Yeah, essentially my plan is I'm going to go to the optometrist to get a prescription, and then I'm just not going to buy frames or lenses there. I'm going to go to the online retailer. I don't know why I keep not saying their name. You see, look, I have a policy of no free advertisement, but I actually genuinely enjoyed ordering from Zenny Optical. Not sponsored, but fuck, I wish I was. Be able to afford glasses, man. Now you've picked up a shovel and become a 40-year-old truck driver with gray beard? Yes. Sounds like something I should do. If you haven't looked at Zenny, look at Zenny. Like, actually. Like, glasses. So I used to buy glasses at, like, fucking Target, right? Bad time. They're very expensive. Like, the frames are, like, $250. At Zenny, an entire pair of glasses with, like, a fucking kitted out lens is, like, $80 total. It is so much cheaper. But you have to know your prescription and your IPD. But yeah, I had a pretty good experience with them. I just kind of wish... I kind of wish that there were more, like... I kind of wish there were more options. Do you have a shovel? Perfect description. I think they might be in your walls. He's in the walls. He's in the goddamn walls. But yes, how you doing? Wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, you got an entire group of people in there. We play Monopoly every Sunday. Playing Fortnite, unfortunately the battle pass doesn't level up automatically. Damn. Oh, also another funny thing about Zenny is that if you buy like the blue light filters on your lenses, they send you a laser pointer to like prove it. But like it's a cheaply made laser pointer, so I'm not sure that it actually is within spec. Because there's a lot of laser pointers that say they're under 5 milliwatt, but they're usually just not. I'm not too confident. Although, to be fair, while wearing glasses that have those blue light filters, I did look at a blue laser that should have blinded me instantly, and I didn't go blind. So that's nice. It's like a 5-watt laser or some crazy fucking amount. Cause my mom got it from her boss as a gift, and we both just kind of looked at each other and we're like, neither one of us are probably responsible enough to have something like this. This is just too dangerous. We both agreed to get rid of it. Oops. Finally got the blue light on one of my lenses. I have now, and I have Ray-Bans that bend without breaking. I I don't know if you saw my messages on the Discord server, but I found like the Ray-Ban Meta ones, and they look so fucking budget. They're like $400 or some shit. They're like $300 or $400, and they look like the frames took maybe 30 cents to make. They look awful. Like, if I'm gonna be paying $400 for frames, I want it to do fucking backflips and shit. If it doesn't do backflips, they're not good frames. I need a little bit of epilepsy, so RGB is enough for me. Yes. Chat, I'm gonna be completely real. I haven't even looked at the game screen for like a full 3 minutes. What's going on? The normal charge of $400, but only cost them like 50 cents to make. Yep. Well, they put meta in it, so it probably cost them like $1.50 to make, but you know, the frame is 50 cents. I'm still on the road. I mean, to be fair, I'm in a 5-lane, so you count the shoulder. And we always count the shoulder here. But yeah, I feel like glasses frames are like one of the biggest scams, because it does not cost them very much to manufacture, and they just sell it for like $400. Kind of fucked to think that we have to pay $400 to see. But I mean, on the other hand, you know, there are materials and labor involved, so it has to cost something. It's just rough. Well, I mean, if you go... it's gonna sound like I'm making an ad. You go with Zenny. But I mean, unless you want to build your own. I do kind of want to build my own, if I'm being honest. I need to contact Zenny support and see if they will give me raw lenses. Or ideally pre-cut lenses. Just as loose lenses. I don't think they will, but I would like to build my own glasses. I meant to inquire about it earlier today, but their chat wasn't working. I think they weren't actually active. I mean, I could try again. It is within their chat hours. I could call them, but then they're gonna say my name. That's gonna be a problem. Chat with us. Yeah, no, their chat still doesn't work. They probably just don't want to chat with me. I mean, I guess I could send them an SMS. Let's send them an SMS. I didn't mean to do that. All right. 2. Hello, Zenny Optical, comma. Is it possible to get an order of only lenses without a frame, comma, or do something like send a frame to put lenses in? Question mark. Yes, I started my message with the hello Zenny Optical, sue me. Hello, Zenny Optical. Once. That's a quick second response. Did they already reply? Oh shit, Ronald said. Give me a few moments while I catch up on the chat. Alright. Go for it. If you just commit crimes against humanity, I don't think that's gonna get me new glasses. It would be so cool to like design my own glasses though. It'd be sick. I'd actually like do things. The way he's leading this, it just sounds like a very solid no. So sad. We truly appreciate you reaching out to ask about our lens services. It's a great question as many of our customers have favorite frames that they would love to keep using or simply want to update their prescription. Please be advised that ordering lenses without a frame is not possible, and we do not provide a service to insert new lenses into a frame sent from home. Our manufacturing process is fully automated and tailored to fit lenses into our specific Zenny frames during production, making it impossible to custom fit lenses for external frames or offer lenses as standalone products. For optimal quality and perfect fit, all lenses must be ordered together with a frame from our current online catalog. Okay. I mean, probably you can find some optometry company that'll do it for you. Probably just Zenny is not the one. I mean, I can't blame them. They're meant to be kind of like a turnkey solution. Can't really complain that they're not turn the key 50% of the way. Can these guys... I will kill both of you. I will find and press the gun button. One. Wait, I'm not fast enough. I took so much truck damage I can't catch up to him. Wait, slow down again, please. I gotta take the racing lines. Oh shit. Grass is grass, and I'm a lawnmower. Get over here, bitch. Ah! I'm being on. Damage and heat. You fucked me up. So chat, this is when you play the game. See, Zenny says that they'll not make any lenses that aren't for a frame of theirs, right? So, naturally, you gotta play the game. You buy a set of frames and lenses from Zenny, destroy the frame to get the lenses, and you've got your lenses. It may not even be that hard. Sure, you have to pay for lenses, but I mean, some of their cheaper options are like fucking $15 for the lenses or for the frames. Let's see, under $30. First result, $21.95. I mean, they have 1,268 frames that are under $30. So you could very much definitely just destroy the frame to get your lenses and then pop your lenses into your custom frame. You just have to make sure that your custom frame fits Zenny lenses. And then you also have to figure out how the fuck to bind them in there. I have no idea how to do that. Sure, you lose $21, but that's not that bad, actually. I'm actually a little curious to see what the prices are. I don't think I can. Hold on. Huh? Hold on. I'm curious. I'm looking at what the That's right. You can only get one technology on the lens. Yeah, making a generic pair of glasses was only $80, and that's including a $12 surcharge for me putting in a weird value for CYL. I don't know what CYL stands for, but apparently they didn't like it. I literally just put random values into the prescription, so I have no idea if it's sensible or like very rare. I don't remember what my prescription is. Wait, they have a frame that's $7. Wait, chat, if you're trying to make your own custom frames, I think I just found the frame. Because the lenses with, so what I chose in my test was lenses with UV and infrared protection. So it'll block light from screens and sun. It does have a pink sheen, which I don't know if that's just a thing you always see or not. But it was only $50 for the lens tech. And that's with it also being like the thin class of lens. So, not terrible. Like that's actually a price that I could hope to afford. which is sick. But I don't think I need more glasses at the moment. I actually bought these big octagonal ones, but I don't know where they are. I've tried to find them. You could drop the link for some of us? Sure. Here's the link. Not sponsored, but hey, they're pretty fucking good. Another thing I would recommend is not too much to ask, please. I sent it. It's the message above that one. Do you not see it? Okay. For a second I was like, did it not go through? I sent so we've got this laptop that we're repairing. As one of our like family friends dropped their laptop with the like plug in it, and it annihilated the DC barrel jack. Like it fucked it crazy. And my mom was like, "Oh, send me the link to the part and I'll buy it." Right? And I sent the link. And then today she was like, "Yo, did you ever send the link?" I'm like, "Yeah, I sent the link." She's like, I don't see it." I'm like, "What do you mean? I sent the link." Right? So she shows me her phone and she didn't receive the link, but I did send the link. It's in my list of messages and not hers, and mine doesn't say that there was an error. Mine marked as successfully sent and she didn't get it. I'm like, fuck, dude, okay, shit. I was having a flashback to that. But yeah. The other thing I would recommend is get one of the like little felt cases. I think they're like $3. Hold on. Case. So they give you a clamshell case. It was not like a clamshell. It's the hard shell case is what they give you. But I would recommend getting another one because I'm not too fond of their hard shell case, if I'm being honest. Probably fine. They have a Year of the Dragon one? Okay, now hold on. If you get the Year of the Dragon one, it says that the case is $3, but I'm pretty sure that they gave me one for free. I don't know. I can't imagine that I would have purchased both hard shell and like felt cases. Or, like the foldable case. Should use my manners more. Ah, you're fine. We don't care about pleasantries here. We're all here to have fun. But yeah, I got like the foldable cases. I quite like them. A lot more than the clam or like I keep calling them clamshell. They're not clamshell, they're hard shell. I think clamshell doesn't have a latch. The big difference. But yeah, I'm not too fond of the hard shell ones. They're not terrible though. They get the job done if they are free. I don't know if they're free or not. I seem to remember them being free, and I cannot imagine I would have bought 4. But I don't know. Work here. Man, I'm gonna have to slow down because I'm gonna get a super speeder fine. The bullet of California doesn't like going slow. Herman. Actually, I have no idea what direction I'm heading in. North. Did I go through the agricultural check? Chad? Did I? No, wait, I started in India. I was started in California. Mm-mm. Mm. But yeah, I need to find those octagonal glasses. I don't know where they are. I actually have legitimately no idea. I spent like 4 hours yesterday looking for my glasses. I've been using the one pair for so long that I kind of just forgot where all of the other ones were. And while they are good glasses, it's just I probably should have been more careful with ordering frames. It also probably doesn't help that I'm like pretty sure those are women's frames. But I mean, they had a cool butterfly pattern, and how am I going to pass that up? Like, between the option of a cool butterfly pattern like frame or just another rectangular frame, I'm choosing the butterflies all day. That shit looks way cooler than the boring rectangle frame. I'm actually wearing the boring rectangle frame. But in my defense, they have like cool, I don't know what the fuck the side things are called. The ones that go over your ear. Those look really cool. They have like a, I don't know how to describe it other than Valorant chamber. But like not quite. All right, after this delivery, we will begin the emote vote. Chat, I need somebody to remind me to start with the name of the channel points and the icon of the channel points. Get out of the road. Ish. And I ticket them for obstructing the road. I feel like it's almost I feel like it's almost correct to watch a sovereign citizen compilation while we do the driving. I'm not driving, I'm traveling. I'm in a boat. I promise. Shit, there's only 27 minutes left in the delivery. I'm going so fucking fast. casually coming into a sharp left at 84 miles an hour. The policeman in front of me. Man, the only pattern by which I can't just... Man. He's running the red light, get him! I was gonna be so pissed if they ticketed me and not him. They should have had NPCs committing crimes. I was coming up to him, I was like, is that a policeman? Yeah. Alright, chat. Who's ready for the emote vote? Who's excited? Remember 15 miles an hour? They fucking wish I'd go 15 miles an hour. I park at 5,500 miles an hour. That's right. I park quite quick. All right. Chat. It is time to set a note in my Discord server at Twitch. Emote vote time now. Be there or be small red triangle. Your truck can't do over 100? Not with that attitude. All right. We now hide the game. Actually, I'm going to leave the game there. We're going to make a new color source above the game. A new browser. All right, chat. We must begin with the first part, the first order of business, as you might say. Which one of these emotes will become our new channel points icon? I will hide my model so that you can see all of them. Actually, I can do that. Check this shit out. There you go. Are you saying point is our channel points icon? Is that what you're getting at here, Lord Goon? I should mention it can't be animated. So that takes off nearly all of the Emote Lab ones. I mean, I guess you could export a still from them. Being point again. Okay, what shall they be named? Chungus Bucks? Chat, are we in agreement on Chungus Bucks? I see yes. Duck gun. I don't think we have an emote named Duck Gun, but you know, go off, I guess. Hold on, I have to take the current allocation and save it to my Google Drive document. Dusk gun, yeah. Duck gun. We should make Dusk a duck. Hold on, I'm saving all of the current assignments. The document. Okay. So our channel point emote is dusk point, which I now need to run through emote resizer. Dusk heart, it can't, or well, we've already decided it will be called Chungus Bucks. No longer are they goon dollars. There are now 0 goon dollars in circulation. They've been paid out 1-to-1 with Chungus Bucks. We love Chungus Bucks. I have to find emote resizer because I don't have it. That makes me angry. All right. Pictures, emotes, new, dusk point, process for Twitch, open output folder, dusk point emote large, emote medium, emote small. Shit, I accidentally opened it and dropped all of the fucking changes I was about to make. I love web browsers. Honestly, it's looking kind of blurry. I mean, blur is set. Here, let's try doing it without blur set. They still look blurry. Okay. I legitimately don't notice. Fungus bucks are now set. So if next time you ask for IPT support, I say on PayPal, you tell them to The Lord of Guidance without sacrifice. That would be so funny, but I would be so sad. I have now finally had 3 of my neurons fire and realized that you're choosing the next ones. They have Dusk Gun. I feel like there's more than this. Is this not a scrollable region? Hold on. Stream emotes.html. There are actually one more line of emotes. New plan. Dot header. Display none. Easy. All right, so we had point. We have Dusk Gun, which I think there are 2, aren't there? Isn't there an emote lab one? Actually, I guess it would be called EL Dusk Gun, wouldn't it? Dusk Heart. I give free IT support. I get insider info. Shit. All right, how many more do we need? File too large. What the fuck do you mean file too? It has a max size of 25 kilobytes. You're making me very angry. I'm 200 kilobytes too far. I'm really gonna have to run optpng. That's so sick. I love. Okay. Back to community. Nope. Viewer rewards, emotes. So we need 2 more follower emotes. Nope, we need 3 more follower emotes. They have to be static, so they cannot be animated. So any picture. We need 3 of those. These are given to everybody who is following. Sip is a good one. We love Sip. Probably just start applying these. Gun is actually already in. Point is our channel point icon. Art has been removed from tier 1. Follower emotes. Need 2 more. Stereo no way. Good one. I wish I could rename it. I have to re-upload it for that. Dusk Corpo. Dusk Corpo is animated, is it not? No, it's not. Never mind. Wrong about that. Okay. Dusk Corpo is there. Oh wait. I'll let it laugh. That was said first. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put Corpo on sub 1. Because laugh was said first. I have to remove it from 10,000 bits. 1 second. Okay. So our follower emotes. Calm down, guys. I have to. My brain can only process so many at once. Our follower emotes are as follows: Sip, Gun, Heart, No Way, and then Point Laugh is this one. I need to clear out our standard emotes for 1. Okay. So we have No Way is already done. Corpo is tier 1. Cool is tier 1. Wait, no, it is uploaded. It was previously in tier 3, so I need to remove it. Let me just clear all of the emotes. 1 second. Okay. Next is Cool. We loaded into sub 1. Cry. Which one? I think there's like 4 cries. There's Dusk Cry, Saria Cry, Dodo Dusk Cry, Dodo Dusk Cry. I think there's a cry from the emo lab. Yeah, there is. A Saria Cry. Okay. I don't think a Saria Cry is uploaded, so I have to do that really quick. That's okay. We have a folder of all of these emotes in the proper sizes for specifically this reason. Saria Cry. Did not upload. Yeah, right here's the same guy who texts me at random times with the most silly programs. Yeah. I sent Oliver a message earlier. I just said, Oliver, my mother, click on the link. No context. Not even after being inquired upon. I refuse to tell you what I mean. You got all of the information you needed. Okay, we have 6 more standard slots for tier 1. Oh, I need to mark Cool and Cry. We need 6 more standard emotes. Pout is a good one. I think Pout was actually previously in tier 1. Nope, I'm very wrong about that. It wasn't uploaded. I think Pout is the one I accidentally almost uploaded. But now I have to actually upload it. Here we go. Pout. This is Pout's first time in the emote list. Congratulations to Pout. We have 5 more standard slots. Aletta AO text. We love AO text. It'd be so funny if I just didn't have it. I mean, I have it with no text. We're gonna run out of standard emote slots. There we go. We love the text, do we? A fan of text, I see. That has been done. Four more slots. I should mention that Aseria sign is actually replaced with Aseria bot. Uriel Cheer. Classic. One of the only emotes that I am also going to put into the animated slots as well. I'm just saying. Yeah, I was about to say. I was about to say Hammer isn't going to make it, is it? Sort by name A to Z, please. Ban is on 1,000 bits. I need to remove it. Ban is now assigned to tier 1. Seria notes. Classic. And cozy, which I believe I have in as slep. Okay. We are now out of standard tier 1 slots. Now we have the animated tier 1 slots. We need 9. So that's going to be all your emote labs, all of your dodo animations. Keep in mind that static emotes can be animated with easy animate. I am also taking one of your slots to place. Oh, we have 2 more actually. We have 11 slots, so we now have 10 slots left. I'm placing Big Cheer back in rotation. I just use it so often. Keep in mind, we do have popcorn. What? Oh yes, popcorn. For a moment. For a moment, I was just like, what? So weird. The thumbnail isn't moving. Um, we do have angry animated with a shake emote. That is an option. Dusk angry. Not the emo lab one. I didn't know that happened. 1 second. I have to tag all of these again now. Apparently, if I click the header again, it just erases all of them. Hooray! Tag all of these again now. Crying. Crying and dying on the. Popcorn. L Dusk Knife. Pretty sure is not uploaded yet, so upload a new animated emote. Ah, right. Slight issue. Have I got this set up already? Ah. Okay, give me 1 second. Um, one minute. I have to make the batch file to convert these back to GIF. Oh god, I forgot I have to do the complicated palette. Shit. Filter complex. A for 0 split A B A into palette and equals reserve Transparent equals 1. U palette. B palette. Palette use. X. Actually, no, just out. I don't think that's transparent. That is not transparent. Shit. Slight issue. The fucking VP9 streams did not have the background color removed like I hoped. Because VP9 didn't do UVA format, so I have to actually go and like color key this shit now. This wasn't supposed to happen. I'm gonna need to do this on a higher resolution. Oh, never mind. I don't have to do this again. I forgot I literally have a I have a PowerShell document named shit.ps1. Why are they not really? Oh my god. So now the problem I have is that the data is there, it's just not the right size. I seem to remember fixing this, and it still doesn't work. Fuck. Okay. Run with PowerShell. How is it that the output of scale is not being scaled? Mm. I mean, I can turn off GIF optimization. It's gonna be an experience. That's what I did. What's your fucking damage? May not like that you've thrown an error, but you are right to have thrown that. We have fixed the issue again. The power of turning off offsetting. We now upload emotes from EmoLab again. So, Dusk Knife. Took a second, but we got there in the end. You know what they say? Do, 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 do. Starts with one thing. All right. Bonk. We bonking. They're still not in alphabetical order. What the fuck? Not a standard. All right. Bunkus. Dusk Raid Arrive. Is in raid, if I believe. Next is Dusk Pat. Load. Okay. We are ready for more. Sorry about that, but the problem is I store all of these as WebM files because they're significantly smaller than the GIFs. Especially since I have to disable all the optimizations for them to actually be uploadable to Twitch. Oh, the misery. But yes. How many more? We need 5 more animated emotes. Oh, I need to update the list, don't I? Good. We got. Oh, no, this is a raid arrive. I'm having so much trouble finding these. Okay. We have laugh, classic. Oh, it's in. Wow. I'm just surprised that nobody's gone for the degenerate ones. Dusk noted. Okay. Is degenerate? I'm not going to answer that. Fortunately, I think I'm gonna have to upload the second copy of Noted because the first one has too many frames. I'm gonna upload it as Notes 2 because otherwise you can't use it because we already have one called Notes. Dusk Lurk. Have Copium. Okay. We have Total Dusk Piano Fire. The few I do not have loaded in already. Total Dusk Piano Fire. I love having to refresh the page because the upload fails. Okay. I do believe we have exactly one emote left. Naturally, go for the degenerate one. Oh, wait, we didn't. I didn't assign lurk. Wait, we do. Wait, we don't. We do not have a spot for lick. Is one getting the axe? There's so many good emote ones, emote lab ones. It sucks that we only get 11 slots. Because now the remaining 2 subscriber slots are for standard emotes, and they're not animated. Funnily enough, we have not assigned wave. People cannot wave. And if we assign it to tier 2, that means you have to pay me $10 to wave, which is crazy. Might be 15 actually, I can't remember. Tier 2 subs cost an amount. With our remaining 2 slots, what shall we put in? I say remaining 2 slots. It's remaining 2 subscriber slots specifically. We gotta get the wave going. $10 to wave. Oh, I accidentally put it in tier 3 shit. Alright, what's our tier 3 emote? What emotion can only people who have paid $25 express? I'll let a pet. Oh shit. Wait, I can't because there's already an emote named pet. I mean, I could re-upload it. I could re-upload. But you need to give it a different name. And, you know, why would Twitch allow you to rename an emote? Pet. Alright, it has been loaded in as pet Aleta. Next, we have our 3 bits tiers. Our first tier, we actually have one user who I believe joined, dropped 1,000 bits, and then never came back. I cannot remember who it was, unfortunately. They are all-time bits leader. They're the only person who can use this emote, but I am pretty sure they're not present. So it's anything you want. What does $10 get you? I say $10, but it actually varies depending on what country you're in. EL Dusk Surprise, they are standard emotes, unfortunately. I mean, I suppose I could go render a still from it. I'll let it bashful. That's a pretty good one. Should I give should I give 10k bits the ability to do the pleading phase? Yes, it's done. You now have to pay $100 in bits to make the pleading phase. It's a little bit less diabolical than when we decided to make that the wave threshold. Nobody waved during that period. Seria sign, that is a Seria bot, by the way. But it's named bot, and it is her holding a bot sign. We actually need it because otherwise the prediction deletion message doesn't work. Just realized we're gonna end up invalidating my fucking scripts every month. Oh well. Normally I wait until May 1st to assign it, but I've actually been doing it as we go because I don't have a way to store this information. So it's available as soon as you refresh your tab. That is our emote vote. I need to change my opacity. Opaque. But yes, that is the emote vote. Everybody, thank you for coming and voting on which emotes we have in circulation. Bonk, piano fire, and then big cheer. It's funny because I can't actually see the chat because I'm looking at the stream preview, my chat, and none of the emotes are large enough. I have to pop out a chat window here. It's still very small. All right, back to the driving. There's nowhere to drive. Cargo market. I need to check my VGen because I sent a message. They did not read it. Wild. I replied in only 20 minutes. I guess to be fair, who's sitting there waiting for 20 minutes? Like, when's he gonna reply? So that's probably fair. Ba 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 ba. Wild. I actually have to buy gas to quick travel. News to me. Did Angry make the cut? Angry didn't make the cut, did it? I can't be angry anymore. That is crazy. In other news, I typed in Ang, and apparently there's a global emote named Asian Glow. Just thought that was kind of strange. I mean, I guess pout is a good substitute for being angry. Good point. We can pout and be okay, well, fuck. 4% damage. Yeah. Give me the wrong way violation. Or don't. Dick, thanks. If you're angry now, you have to be cute while doing it. Perfect. I mean, I think Dusk Angry is a little cute. You guys want a little bit of the eseriavt lore? Actually, I mean, yeah, I guess it is eseriavt lore. It's not story lore. I think I've said this on stream. But the eseriavt lore is that Dusk was not originally going to be named Dusk. That's right. Dusk had a working name. Actually, nearly every character has a working name, but Dusk had an interesting working name. If I say yes, I would actually have to pay attention. Damn. That's real, though. Who would want to pay attention to this dumbass? But, yes, no. Dusk's name was not originally going to be Dusk. It's going to be something... No. Oh, no, it's still here. It was going to be Luna, actually. And then I decided against it. And you want to know why I decided against it? I happened to watch Hell of a Boss. And I was like, well, now it feels weird to have a character named Luna. Nice name, but doesn't fit the character in my imagination. Yeah. So now Luna is her evil twin sister, who definitely exists. But no. Fun fact 2. The reason I settled on the name Dusk. We get a Luna sometime? Maybe. I hope. Hey, I could make a character named Luna. Maybe we actually make Dusk have an evil twin sister, despite the fact that Dusk is defined as not having a place in the story. Is actually one of her defining traits is that she is not a character from the story. Back when I actually had planned to actually take the personality of the characters that I have, that is, chat could indirectly choose my personality. But I decided against that. One, because the logistics of doing that are so fucking complicated. I have to know which model I am at all times. And I have to have, like, knowledge of how they would react to nearly everything for every character. But an evil twin sister would have to be named Lynn. What do you mean, Luna? It'd be so funny if their name was just Lynn. Just like everybody has these weird names like Asaria, Dusk, and then just like Janice. Jenny. Be like myself? Well, that's the plan. The characters would have been far too difficult. Although I do intend on having some level of character authenticity. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but it would be nice to have different like overlays and stuff for different characters. That'd be sick. Right now my overlay is extremely plain, but doing a different overlay for each character. Look, I'm spending all this time and I'm about to fuck it. I need you to roleplay to some character we like you just like you are. I mean, for me, it's mainly just because I like to write. I say I like to write, but I've only written 2 chapters of a serious story. But like, I like world building. Honestly, I probably like world building more than I like writing. It's just that without writing or any level of explanation, world building is kind of useless, isn't it? I have this entire world that's been brewing in my head for 10 years. And there's all these fun things that happen. Red light violation. You're a red light. Got him. But yeah, like I've got a lot of different like characters, different people who really hate each other. The human elf conflict has taken a countless number of lives. Just the focus as I try not to run into anybody. But yeah, if you listen to Earn Your Time, that's part of the human elf conflict. That's what sets that into motion. But yeah. My eyes? How do you mean? Am I not looking snazzy? But yes. I do just kind of want to like bring more details of the world into these streams. Because I'll be honest, I have an alternate account, and the idea was to do world building on that account, and I have never streamed on that account. Mainly because swapping stream keys would be a real pain in the ass. I mean, I guess I could do like a scene collection on the local computer, because world building is not resource intensive, so I can handle doing composition on the local computer. There'd just be no model. It wouldn't be vtubing, it'd be the legendary no tubing, where you just do not appear. Having to watch you violate everything I've ever learned about traffic. Look, when you're the California bullet and you're in your home turf, traffic doesn't apply to you. I'm a city planner's worst nightmare. But yeah, I would like to do world building streams. Maybe I have to try to see it in a more American way. Yeah, we drive on the right over here. I actually wonder how many countries drive on the left. Is it just Britain? Or is it all of Europe? Who's the weird one? You guys drive on the left? Not all of Europe. It probably just varies by country. Dude, imagine like you have an inter-country road and you're driving on like the right and you have to swap over to drive on the left. You know how fucking confusing that would be if you didn't pay attention? I think it's only Britain. I mean, that solves the problem neatly, doesn't it? Just don't have any just don't have any roads between them. But yes, a lot of like the conflict I've had with doing world building streams is the line between what I can show and what I cannot. What is secret and what is not. What matters and what doesn't. Because there are let's say powers that be shaping the world and they're not ready to be shown yet. I mean, actually, a lot of the narrative is locked behind Celestial Descent releasing. So I should probably put more time into it. Mainly because I haven't made any progress in like 2 months. But I actually have a little bit of help that I'm getting on Celestial Descent. And I'm very excited about it. I looked it up, it's almost only islands. Probably because if you are a country with land borders to another country, you're probably going to adopt their driving parity. Because creating exchanges would be weird. And in terms of the actual road organization, not much needs to be done. Maybe that's not true. But yes, another thing I want to do is get some more of Eseria's story out, because right now we're in chapter 2, and if you don't know about the Eseria story reveal thing, something about that title isn't right, but I am publishing chapters of Eseria's story as a narrative instead of a game, because the game project is long dead and will probably not see the light of day. Not as I am, at the least. But I'm releasing it as a story, because I do think Eseria's story is worth telling. It's a very interesting story. The fuck do you mean trailer damage? What I hit? But yeah, it's a very interesting story. Full of twists and turns, and one very, very wacky Catboy. Come to think of it, I don't think anybody here has heard about eseriavt, have you? Unless you were here really early. Let's see. I mean... Oh, never mind. I saw an account created September 10th, 2024. That's not quite the time you popped in. I mean, this would be early 2024 for the lore of Eseria. But, yeah, no, the idea was I was going to create a game named Asteria, a side-scrolling platformer, 2D action game, uh, in which you would play a character named Eseria, and you would go and fight a Catboy. But didn't really have enough money to make it, so instead, I'm writing it as a book, essentially. Available for free on my website, fuse.uenluom.com/area. .biz. No .biz. Not .biz. But, yes. I am currently writing chapter 3, but I need to, like, fix a couple things. And then also I need to finish my outline because it's not done. And I should probably have an outline. But yes, I do plan on releasing more chapters more quickly. Because right now, my chapter frequency is about 1 every 2 weeks. I'd like it to be probably maybe 2 or 3 a week. Which sounds like a lot, but they're not very long chapters. They're like 41 lines of Markdown. So they're like maybe 300 or 400 words. I don't know. Maybe 300 or 400 is a low estimate. I could just go check, but that requires me to open fucking Tabby, and that's gonna take a while. But yes, I am very interested in releasing more narratives. I might even start a second one in parallel. We could make one for the Accursed Watchbearer. Her story is very interesting as well. Who else could have a story? Come to think of it. Okay, buddy. Is he gonna ding me with a second super speeding violation? Nope, immunity lasted too long. But, yes. It's also funny because, like, of however many characters I have, like, only, like, 3 or 4 are public. At this rate of earning channel points, I'll need 25 more years to be able to afford RR. Yeah. I mean, I made it wacky expensive for a reason, but, I mean, I'm just saying, if you come in, well, I mean, kind of nothing, but the donathon. One of the incentives is that every redeem is half off until the donathon ends. So I'm just saying, theoretically, that's half off 250 million Chungus bucks. That's a lot of Chungus bucks. You know what you could do with 125 million Chungus bucks? You could spend it on model RGB for the rest of the known universe. I could exchange it for 1 cent and get permanently banned from Twitch. By Ada 5 times. It would be an experience, to be sure. Yeah, I was about to say the math is not mathing. I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to rain on your parade. It's funny because there's actually a story that's particularly interesting, I think, that I had. I ended up discarding because it doesn't make enough sense. Which is rough because it was so cool, but it sometimes rationality gets in the way. Because while something might be cool, if it makes no sense, that's just the end of it. It's actually the reason the song list decreased by 1 for Celestial Descent. Why do I have this view? Okay. Yes, it is it is preventative measures for a character that it doesn't make enough sense for it to happen, and it is really it's something that it's a very intense response, so it really does need to be justified, and the justification wasn't strong enough. That's why I had to remove it. I would get into it, but it does spoil the plot of Celestial Descent. So, I also wanted to write a bunch of stuff for Celestial Descent, but I can't because I can't attach files like that in Bandcamp. I do have somewhat of a physical release lined up, but I don't know if that's actually gonna happen or not, if I'm being honest. And the problem is I don't want to release data that's physical only. I really don't like the idea of that because some people won't be able to afford the shipping, or they don't want to have an artifact of the thing. Like, they just want to have it downloadable or something. I just cannot do that on Bandcamp. I could send you a link to a file, but then there's like issues with that. Like how can I like just deal with that, right? It doesn't quite work. But either way, oh, another thing that I'm working on is I'm working on creating a tabletop RPG. That's right. It is inspired by Dungeons and Dragons, but not quite Dungeons and Dragons. There's a lot that Dungeons and Dragons does that we just kind of don't. Like, there's not saving throws and stuff. Hell, there's not even rolls to hit. It's based on a lot of contests, really. But we're not anywhere near release or testing even. I just have some very basic game rules set up, and I want to build on it, and then I can tell stories of Fuse by dragging 4 people in the world with me. I do long term actually want to play my game on stream with other streamers. I think it would be a lot of fun. I just have to make sure that my game isn't overcomplicated, because if it's overcomplicated, it's no fun. Although there is a little bit of complexity, but I think that it'll be very interesting. And it's essentially just an excuse for me to play D&D in Fuse. I could just play D&D, but then I have to buy all the books, and that's kind of expensive. And also, I'd have to modify it anyway. Originally, actually, I was going to be playing D&D, the DM, but I decided against it because it would have to be 5e with heavy modifications, at which point it's not D&D anymore. It's another game built on top of D&D. Instead of building on top of D&D, I'll build on top of my own game. Actually, speaking of, one of the big choices I made, and maybe I won't end up fully doing this or not, I'm not sure, is that in my game, characters do not have an intelligence stat. Because I find that in the experience I have playing D&D, there's a lot of oh, there's an ad going on. That's awkward. There's a lot of situations where it's like, oh, well, your intelligence is too low to know that, or like your character's too stupid to come up with this. And I feel like it's not a great way to represent the knowledge that somebody may have, because, for example, if you ask me about programming, I'll know everything there is to know, except for the things that I don't know. But if you ask me about cars or engines, I can tell you that they are usually made out of metal and not much else. Right? I don't know shit about engines, but I know a lot about computers. So what score of intelligence would you give? Right? I know some things, but not all things. In fact, not even things that other people might consider basic knowledge. So the intelligence set is kind of subjective in a way, at least how I feel about it. So I figure not having one is the best option here. Maybe it's really a problem of conveyance and how people perceive the intelligence stat. I just find that it's more of a limitation than a fun way to interact with your character, in my experience. Could just be that I've had a little bit freaky DMs. Not being intelligent at all is always the best. Exactly. I have int like a dump stat. It's actually part of the reason that I when in Sugar's I almost said domain. Campaign, not domain. Although I do suppose it is their domain. I I got a really bad roll for strength, naturally, and I think I got an 8, which is pretty low in roll 4 drop 46 drop 1, right? An 8 is pretty abysmal, so I thought, wouldn't it be funny if I raised another stat and took an additional 2 points penalty in strength, and that's how we got to Michael Paper Arms. He's very good at casting spells and very bad at managing to hold his spell book. And part of the reason that I wanted to do that is because dump statting int is so funny. But it's one of those things where, like, you dump stat it and then it's like, oh, well, you can't really contribute ideas and strategy. I don't know. It feels limiting. That's my problem with the intelligence stat. Too narrow a way to describe something. In fact, there's only 5 major stats. It's not 6. There are 2. What do you say? And where can I read this stuff? Like, is there a link in the description? Yeah. So if you want to read the Aseria narrative, it is at fuse.uenluom.com. That is fuse.uenluom.com/Aseria. Alternatively, you can just go to uenluom.com. I think the link is named writing, and then Aseria will bring you there. Yes, there are some content warnings, primarily for violence, and other fun things. I say fun things; they are not fun things. Very rarely are things in Fuse fun. It is, after all, subtitled "The World of Misery." Although I do routinely realize that perhaps my world isn't as miserable as the one I live in. Watch the news and you'll understand. Not even any specific event, it's just that it's always so depressing. You see things about stories about what people have done and you're like, holy fuck, even I can't come up with shit this dark. But yes. I feel like my writing style isn't quite amazing yet. But I do want to improve it as time goes on. And we're about to get a great flashback sequence. That'll be a lot of fun. Starting to get to the point where the EP is taking over. To be fair, I have been awake since some time. I don't even know when I woke up. What the fuck? Chat, my card jumped. I don't think it's supposed to do that. But yeah, I also need to be careful because a lot of the text that I've written thus far have been things that I've written like before going to sleep. So it's like rife with typos and shit. But that's all right. Car has to stretch from time to time. Yeah. Gotta stretch its legs. Have to be careful. I'm near the speeds that you can start tipping over. I've gotten a lot better at controlling tip overs. I haven't had a good tip over in a while. And the first time I tipped over, I went into hell. Like, that's kind of sick. $235 miles left. W. Yeah, I am getting to that point where I'm getting too EP to drive. It's warm in here. I'm comfy. I'm gonna end up falling asleep behind the wheel. And we know what happens when I do that. I crash 9 times. After somebody says, "You never crash." About that, I got EP. And then I crash a bunch. And by the way, did you ever find the story? I can drop the link if you need it. The UI of it isn't quite all that, but it works. I turned on a fan to make me slightly less warm, and all it's done is dry my eyes out. It would be a nice time slow to just type it off here. Actually, check my own link before I sent it. Make sure it works. All right. I would recommend not clicking the button because that brings you to the latest chapter. It's for people when I have like 400 chapters, it's for people who come back to get to the last chapter quickly instead of having to click next 400 times. Cool. But yes. Kind of trying to wonder who could I make a story about? Like who has a very neat narrative story? Celestial Descent I want to make into a story, but it's not the kind of thing I can serialize. because it's gonna be very long. Um, and if I'm being honest, serialization is kind of a pain. And I have to write all of these in Markdown. Truck works. Yeah, I sure hope it does. Alright. A little bit of Drew Gooden plagiarism. To be fair, who wouldn't want to plagiarize Drew Gooden? Actually, just reading what I wrote. Being like, does this sound good? But yeah, I think I might also mirror this to like Wattpad or something. I mean, I know Wattpad has a reputation, but like, where else am I gonna publish it? Because I do not think that my website is very visible in terms of like it doing the thing. What was the awe for? Did I do something awe-inspiring? $81 miles. You look cute while yawning. Yeah. I am getting very eepy. It's funny that that was still visible because I usually cover my face when I yawn. It's not just obvious while I'm yawning. Because you see, yawning is a funny thing where you can induce somebody else to yawn by yawning. I don't know why. It's contagious. Man. Check out this play though, right? Get a bit of a speeding ticket. Sorry, does it not count as speeding from an oncoming traffic? Now that I'm thinking about yawning, I keep yawning. No. I wonder if other people have problems where they, like when they're singing, they start yawning. I have that problem a lot. It's very annoying to me. Nothing worse than just absolutely blasting Tokyo, or not Tokyo Teddy Bear, abstract nonsense, and then you start yawning and like. Actually, Tokyo Teddy Bear is also a really good one. What's my current? Oh, I never did actually say. Uh-oh. That MTS has abandoned us. Um. Wait, we're back. Okay, they have a failsafe in case the game can't load for a while. Good on them. But yeah, I never did tell the full story of how Dusk got her name. I told half of it, that she used to be named Luna, and then that was undone. But the name Dusk is something that I had been thinking about. What's the name her? And I listened to this song. The song that I very much enjoy, named Tasogare no Iko, is a Japanese title, which means The Good Child of Dusk. And it's a song about being a facetious person. And I thought it was a very interesting song. I also liked how it sounds. And that is why Dusk is named Dusk. That song was like, you know what? She's named Dusk now. I like that I say it like it's this big decision, but Dusk is literally defined as not being important. Dusk's primary purpose was to give me a character to appear as when I was doing the idea of doing every character every character in character was like a relief character. The Dusk would be my be me character in a way, which is why she's defined as not being in the story. But yeah, that's it really. She's not meant to be important. And in fact is explicitly defined as not important. Or is she? No, she's not. Yeah, I just pressed it to see what it looked like. Now I'm being forced to do difficult parking. Shit. But yes. Dusk was also the name I considered renaming myself to. There's a couple problems, namely that Dusk is taken on YouTube and Twitch, and Dusk VTuber is taken on YouTube and Twitch. All four are different people, to my knowledge, by the way. So that's kind of weird. I don't think one person owns two of those accounts or more. That was very strange. But yes, Dusk is probably out of the question as a new name. I do want to rename my channel. My namesake character I barely even use. Given that that is partially on chat's decision, but like I can seed the model. I can choose which model starts a stream. And I have historically, I don't think, ever chosen this area. Not that she's a boring character, it's just, I guess visually she's kind of boring. Although, to be fair, that is by design. She's not supposed to be flashy. You like her? Well done. I mean, changing my name doesn't mean that Aseria goes into the pit. Just means that I'm not going to be named after her anymore. After all, the entire point of me taking the name Aseria Dev when I created this channel was to advertise working on my game. It was to get free advertisement from game development streams. And, well, that kind of died. And also it didn't work at all. I spent the first year and a half to literally fucking nobody. Yeah, it turns out game development doesn't do very well. I mean, I guess it depends. I was in the point of game development where there wasn't much to show. I was in like the engine development, which is really boring. Probably why. But then after a while, I decided when the game died, I'm gonna drop the dev and become eseriavt. The VT stands for very uber. Very tempting. I don't know. I don't think I'm that tempting. I'll tell you what's tempting me though. The Eep. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I don't think I'm gonna do another delivery. I'm gonna be crashing left and right. I am so tired. Which I guess is to be fair today because I did a lot of cleaning my room. I know, crazy. VTuber cleaning the room. Anybody heard of this shit? But I am. I even ran some wires. I did a little bit of work taking the kind of messy wires I have for the data, really, the networking, and I moved them to be slightly less messy, but it was a lot of work because it turns out running wires across the ceiling takes a lot of energy. A step stool. But yes, I have wires running across my ceiling now. Yes, the ceiling. It was a fucking time to be sure. Yeah, I'm running the. Actually, I should probably. I never did verify this ever came back online. I'm gonna assume it did because I'm not lacking a DNS connection, but I'm gonna make a quick connection just to make sure. casually check to make sure that the IP address is still right. It is. Um, but yes, I ran the server's data cable across the ceiling because it used to be just across the walkway, and theoretically I could trip. And I already have a lot of bad luck with, we'll say, movement in that room. So as to say, I have accidentally cut myself on the server 4 times. I would love to put it in a rack, but racks are going to cost um the rack and the rails, and I'll fracturing that also happens. I have a lot of bad history with that server. When I was assembling it, I actually ended up cutting myself in the leg. I had moved my leg, and I guess it scraped against the corner of the chassis. Yikes, that one hurt. But that was fine. It it did draw blood. It just didn't draw very much blood, and have all sorts of antiseptics like in 10 feet away from where I ended up getting cut. But yeah, just 2 days ago, I ended up kicking it on accident, and I cut my toe. And then 2 days before that, I ended up kicking it on accident and fracturing my toenail. That server has done a lot of damage. That server has done more damage to me than any object I own, which is really funny. Really, it's just that it's in an inopportune spot. It would be very ideal to move it, but um, air problem. But let's find somebody to raid before I just eep on stream and get banned. See. Hmm. Wait a minute. What? We got a face reveal? Chat. We got a face reveal. Is that truly the legendary? Like, oh, the stream's muted. Okay, everybody. Um, but everybody, thank you for watching. I'm going to turn out for the night and get me some sleep. I've been fucking up, down, left, right, forward, and back all at once today. Um, but I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a great day. We are going to raid a very interesting VTuber who has upgraded their model to be very realistic. Very realistic. It's so impressive. It's so crazy how realistic this model is. So cool. But everybody, our raid message is you are never safe. If you're not a subscriber, that's fine. It's just everything except for the emote. Good night. It technically it is the afternoon, but it's night for me. I need to make sure that I get to my optometrist on time tomorrow. Yeah, I can't. No, I'll be fine. Optometry will just be the last thing I do tomorrow. Which means I'm gonna have to stream early in the morning to compensate. But weird. We'll figure it out. Everything will be fine. But everybody, thank you again, and I will see you next time. Bye.